only one has done it.
Fucking
Ladies and
majestic.
gentlemen, this is the big announcement. We are no longer going to be broadcasting on Facebook, on YouTube. From July 4th at Independence Day, we are taking our independence from all other social media and have launched our own platform at smeverse.net. There you will be able to find news. There is a merch store. There will be lives. And as well as the lives, the on-demand service will be at the SME portal. So you can go to the portal, watch the live shows from there. And then if you don't catch them, they'll be available an hour afterwards on the on-demand service.
I'm looking at it now.
So it's not just a website. Other EFED companies say, oh, we've got our company's network, and all it is talk. We actually do it. With this, it opens up a lot more opportunities for advertising revenue, which can lead to improving the product even more. And we are looking to expand outside of EFED and into the mainstream. We are taking this from just being an EFED to being a fully fledged business. And you, the members of the roster, can be a part of this too. Gentlemen?
Outside.
I just want to say, I'm excited, man. For years and years and years, man, I have talked about stuff like this, and to finally see it, it coming to fruition, to move forward, to what it can be, to what it can represent, to what it can give back to the people that give to this. Yeah, dude, I'm just I'm so giddy. I'm at a loss for words.
Well, see, I'm with you though. Like I get it. Like since I stepped into EFEDing, that's what I've wanted to do is like make this better, make this bigger and more enjoyable, make this something that everybody can really find something they love in. And even with everything we've done before, like we have still been kind of limited, but now this opens so many doors because we have so many creative people among us, not just for cutting wrestling promos or anything like that, which please still keep doing that. Don't stop. But some of you have so much talent that here you go. Here's a platform. Here's our platform.
And just because of this announcement, not even a real promo, because I didn't talk in it, found a seal of approval right there, Rick Lewis.
Yes.
We can share that one, boys.
I love it.
I'm good with that.
Shared into UWO as well. So yes, generally for all of the other companies who want to join, what we can do is we can look into setting you up so you can stream onto our service. So with that being said,
going on, Phil?
How's it going?
Shady?
What's up, Fifth Boy? I'll see you tonight, sucker, at VPW Bloody Mania Night 2.
Yeah, since you live, I want you to do it for unveil.
So yeah, it's a lot of growth now. Now we have
got
our own.
something that Scott's going to unveil that I got him on live.
So yeah, with our own space that we do have, it gives us a lot more opportunities to be open. Generally, with the shoots, we can police ourselves. We no longer have to worry about the constraints of Facebook and YouTube. With that being said, one of the other things we're looking into is you guys all like AI music at the moment? Make a theme. And the reason we say make a theme is because we can collect these themes together. If the themes are good and if people like them, we can put out albums of them on digital release. And the thing is, we have the setup to be able to do this now. And the people whose themes they are and the merch that is yours, we are looking at a percentage kickback. So if you can sell your merch to people from our site, we are looking at a royalty payback system as well. So not only will you just get to promo for fun, but with the merch that you can sell to people, with you creating your own theme, it opens up an opportunity for us to sell it on your behalf. month, and you can essentially get royalty for your work now. And that's what we're aiming to. We are looking at aiming towards percentage royalties for the roster, for the guys who work.
And I'm sure, like, Phil,
for EFEDing, you know what I'm saying, towards these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, there's never been anything like it before. You know, people have talked about changing the game and doing this and doing that. They've never done it. This,
not to mention some of the things I know for a fact Phil has talked about that are going to spread this to a bigger audience. Get people out there that, you know, would absolutely love this, but don't know it exists. Like, imagine what it's going to do for SWA, for SME, for VPW, for Defiance, you know, UWA, all of these groups under it. Well, think of what it'll do for E1.
Exactly. You're putting forth your creative efforts into the show. This is our you know, a way of giving back, help giving back to that, you know, making sure that you're getting something for your creative efforts. It's never going to be enough to supplement your income, I don't think, but something's better than nothing.
Other companies have been pay to play. We are looking at, if we can grow this, it'll be play to pay. So essentially, your hard work will earn you. So we're not asking any money from you. We're looking at alternative revenue streams, like the merchandising, like the theme songs. Even with the new streams, we have advertising built in on the on-demand service and live as well, where we can get paid without asking you. We will never set up a Patreon. We will never set up a system for you to say, give us money. We will never beg, is what we're saying. If you want to buy a shirt, but you don't have to. But the option's there. That's why this has been set up, to open it up. Me personally, I'm going to be looking to push a big expansion of SME into Asia. And I already have a game plan up here of how to do it.
And I've heard the game plan, and it sounds absolutely brilliant. We were talking about merch, and I'm sure, like, Phil, you know more about it than I do, but, like, I'm sure it'll be more than, like, just T-shirts and stuff like that. We'll be expanding to other.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And yes, and also an announcement as well. On the day of Independence Day, July 4th, there will be limited edition merchandise for the next 72 hours that starts at the start of the event. So when that event starts, there will be exclusive merch in the store as well. And I've also tried to bring the price down as much as possible, so it's fair for people to buy. They're not getting ripped off. So I've checked. I think we're even cheaper than ProWrestlingTees.com.
Which says something.
Yeah, if you were going to buy a Bullet Club shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees, I think that'd be about $25.
Yeah,
not including,
and that's not counting like tax and shipping and stuff like that.
Yeah,
SME is not here to take from you. SME is here to give back to you, in every way, shape, form, or fashion. Those that can't see that, I'm sorry. You know,
exactly. And yeah, and this is the whole plan of action. This is what we are looking to do. Wait, there we go. So yeah, this is what the big announcement's been. I've been working on the website. There's still more to do. I mean, if you go on there, you'll notice the news page coming soon, companies page coming soon. I am going to be adding those things as we progress. Champions page, at the moment, we've got the SME, which are to be determined. We have SWA championships all lined down there with champions. What I'll need from the promoters is a list of championships and a list of current champions. And whenever a championship changes, I need you to message me on Messenger personally and tell me this championship has now been won by this person, so we can update it as quickly as possible on the SME site. We are looking at keeping this thing updated. We are looking at maybe news. So maybe if there's someone in your management, in your company, who wants to send me news, and I can get that posted up so all of your companies can be covered with title changes, new signings, other such things. We can add that to the website.
It's not charging.
While we have a moment, I hope Rick is still in the comments, because Fifth came in with a couple of fantastic gifts. One I know Rick is going to get a kick out of. One I know Shady's going to love. First off, I got a walking and Shady.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Ah,
I got to get me a mug now.
feels so good on my skin.
It does.
Well, if Fifth can get it made, I got your address. I could get it sent to you. You know.
Right.
Well, there's going to be other upcoming things as well. Oh yeah, on the main page, you may have noticed that I have. There may be like a something happening right now, which is on the main page. There is a big banner for Independence Day, and this is a match that would be interesting to announce, considering it is for the StreamYard Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, at Independence Day, let me just pull this thing up for us. So, why tell you when I can show you? Don't mind me just diddling around. And let me share.
Crow, if you can get if you've got some imagery or anything like that for your merch that you would like to have put on, get it to me or Phil or Shady or Dan or
And see, that's the thing, for companies, a lot of companies, your company logo shirts. I mean, how many people you got in your companies? 30, 40, 50? I mean, you can sell 30, 40, 50 shirts with your company logo on it. I mean,
but the one thing I do want to say is if you do send in any ideas, make sure the background is transparent and make sure the actual image is at least 5,000 pixels square. It's got to be a massive image. You can't just send me a normal image. If you send it me on Facebook, it'll ruin the image.
Even if you're doing it from a phone, go to remove BG. It just removes the background from the picture. It'll let you pick whatever image you've got and take the background completely out of it. It's how I do with me and BPW and all that.
Yeah, but that will make the image smaller. So if you do have an image you want to use, even if you just send it me and it's got like a green screen background or a transparent image, the only reason is I've seen a lot of t-shirts with that kind of block image, looks awful, and if you send it at 500 pixels by 500, it'll look awful because you got to stretch it out. It won't work. So it's got to be at least 5,000 pixels square. It's got to be huge. So it avoids pixelation on the actual printing process. If all else fails, just get in touch with me with an idea. Depending, what we might do is we might start off just with shirts for big champions, guys who are contenders. At least that way you're earning your merch to start off with. And as we have the time, we can expand on that gradually. Yes, that's the plan of action. So let me just go down here. And go.
In other words, say you have your own t-shirt on here and you go on this site and you buy your t-shirt from our merch store, you're actually getting a little kickback from buying your own shirt.
Exactly, yes. So anyway, here's the announcement for the StreamYard Championship.
Oh,
Havoc versus VPN. Yeah, that's the yes, that's the main post.
That is fucking cool. That is badass.
You're going to see on the page when big events like Independence Day, Cyber War Games, Rowdy Roulette, Vendetta, when big moments like that come up, you're going to see things like that. You might be looking at Dante Black versus, I don't know, Doomsayer at some point, or
this is also going to push
William Crow versus Nathaniel Rage. If we just got the right pictures and everything, which means we're going to have people throwing in and working together. If we ask you for certain things like pictures or videos that we can use for the page, we need those.
Do you have one founder request for the merch, if I may? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, Rickles, we'll roll that red carpet out.
Of course you do, founding admin, non-admin.
Right. Yes.
This is gonna force show creators to make better shows. You know what I mean? Because you want the attention coming to your product. You know what I'm saying? When someone clicks on SME and they see your company logo, you want them to click on that first. You know what I mean? So
not just clicking Facebook Live and going. No. The way we're looking at it is,
and this will be the kind of thing where, like, I think the way we talked about it, you'll still get like the link for the shows when they go up, like on Facebook and stuff like that, but it's not going to embed the video like it did before. You're going to click that link and it's going to take you to the shows on SME verse. And that's what we want. Which brings up another point that we've talked about a couple times is we're going to have set people on the shows. Like Mayhem will be me, Shady, Havoc, and Dan. You know, if we set that, those are the 4 people that are on. We're not going to start adding a ton more people because we're more interested in the viewers than we are having people on the show.
Exactly.
Now, once we've gotten past all the big stuff and all the major things we're going to do, sure, we might let a couple people on, but for the foregoing future, like until those numbers get up there that it's not really going to matter, whoever's on the show is on the show. We're not going to do a whole bunch of, hey, send me the link, let me in, watch the show. That's why you're supposed to be there.
Right. You're supposed to be in
unless it's a special episode.
Yeah,
unless it's like an interview or something along those lines.
Right.
Special episode.
And things like that will happen.
Yeah,
I'd really like to have a security shirt like GWS.
And again, there's a a broad open range of things that we can do here. Moving into the future, again, like Scott said earlier, there's a lot of creative people that are a part of this game, and creatively together, we can make something better, and already it's been happening, and we are dragging it kicking and screaming out of the EFED bubble. We want this to be mainstream. We want thousands of people watching.
There's too many talented people in our ranks for this not to be getting out there to tons of people.
Yeah. So Rick, feel free to send me your ideas and send me the shirt design, and I will build something with it. Obviously, why I'm saying I'll build it is because I can get the pixelation right, everything. So when the shirts come out, it's pixelated. I mean, if you look at the merch store right now, there's a bunch of SME shirts, hoodies, different things you can buy, even a tough phone case specifically built for you to be able to drop it and it won't break your phone. Yes, I go into that level of detail.
I've seen the phone cases. They're really sleek. I really like them. It would just be a matter of getting one for my phone because my phone is one of those from the provider models.
Yeah. But that's the thing with the merch there. If you look closely at the shirt, you'll see no pixelation whatsoever because the images I use are in real life where you've got an A4 piece of paper or just like a normal letterhead. The actual image, if you were to print that out, that would probably turn into about 16 pages. That's how big I've made the file to make sure there is no pixelation. So that's the kind of size I'm looking for merch. Or just if you've got an idea, I can put something together. I just don't want to have it filled up because I notice a lot of I've seen a lot of indie shirts that kind of just filled up with shit, and it just looks overdone. And that's why I like the idea of having a minimalist thing. And there will be champions shirts as well, and they'll be in a similar vein to like the UFC, where there'll be a different color, and on one side they'll have SME, on the other side they'll have the company's brand, and then they'll have the name and that kind of thing.
Now, I don't want a whole bunch of people to get the idea either that, once they sell 20 shirts, we're going to be sending them $5 checks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not going to be happening, folks. You know what I'm saying?
Where it works is it won't be through check. I mean, PayPal is going to be our main point.
You get what I'm saying, though.
But generally, the way we're working it is every shirt sale we get, there will be a percentage. From what I understand, I think the shirt sales on the net profit, so after it's been sold, after other payments went out for the shirt, what's left, I was thinking we go with the same as the old ADN deal, which was a 50-50 split. So 50 goes into SME, 50 goes into the talent's pocket directly.
I like it.
Because I think that's a good split. It's not like you're making 5 or 10%, a good 50% slab, because what we're taking that out of is pure profit.
Well, so, Phil, you brought up the point of like the advertisement and stuff being built in. Did we want to kind of fill everybody in on like what we talked about doing with that sort of the SME wallet, I guess?
Oh no, we'll let them enjoy that at Independence Day.
Can't give them everything at once.
No, exactly.
Well, yeah, I like how excited everybody seems to be in the comments. Kevin Wolf is over here, like his room must look like a plasterer's radio right now. He is so happy.
But yeah,
Like
it's
I said, too, we're gonna have doubters, we're gonna have haters, we're gonna have people who try to fucking defame the product and what it stands for and this, that, and the other. And by all means, go for it, be my guest. But SME will thrive. And
if you don't have people hating you, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Right. And Phil, I don't know if there's a part on there, like, because I've got archives of the older stuff from like the last year or two that we've done with Mayhem and things like that. I have to go back through and see what all I've got, if there's anything I'm actually missing. But if there's a place on the page for that, I'd be more than happy to upload all of it so people can go back and like see what we've done, see what we came from and where we are now.
And again, we're basically building a library too at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
So
Facebook can't just delete your page and it be gone, and you can't fucking have access to it anymore.
Yeah, are you talking about full shows? Because I think if we're going to do that, it would have to be full shows so people can get the full experience.
Right.
Well, yeah, I've got the video files and all that for everything. I do have certain, like, I've still got a lot of the old written shows and stuff that could be put up if need be. We've still got projects that we've talked about for like the last year on all that. So there's a lot to this, guys. This
exactly
like we're not just an EFED anymore. This is something so much more now.
That's why the slogan, it's not about you, it's about SME, is taking so much precedence with me, because this whole time, all of this is being processed and being built and being discussed and being talked about. Nothing great happens overnight, folks. You know what I mean? And we're trying to do something great. We're trying to do something different. We're trying to do something better. And we're doing it.
So we got our last round of shows on StreamYard coming up to Independence Day. So the next week is still going to be StreamYard, still through the usual way, as is this right now. But as from July 4th, it's all going through the portal. It's all going through the Smeverse. And that's why I mentioned the other week about the Smeverse. It wasn't just a word to throw in. We'd actually bought the domain name at that point. We actually owned Smeverse.net.
Yeah, it's ours. So
yeah.
Zuck can't dictate it. He can't take it from us. Neither can whoever runs X or Twitter or Instagrams or whatever, all that Snapchats.
Oh, TJ, so very much.
Hey, go back and watch. It's only 30 minutes.
Exactly. Indeed.
You need to watch from the beginning anyways. So
exactly. Well, you can skip the first 2 minutes because that's a countdown.
Yeah. This is all for people like Jen, people like Dave, people like Rick and Thomas who, put forth all their hard work and effort, for years to try to build something more. They just didn't have the steps and the processes to or necessarily the knowledge to get it to that point, but they took it as far as they could. They had faith in us to take over and do something more and greater. And that's what we've done with SME. We've kept SWA as the SWA without changing it, but gave something more around it and gave it a platform to be showcased on to the world, not just on Facebook and not just shared on YouTube. Our own shit, our own site, so.
And the one advantage that Smeverse.net has, well, the SME portal has over StreamYard is that even when we're live, you're going to be able to rewind the video back. You can do your own instant replays, ladies and gentlemen, with the SME portal.
It's going to be so good.
Yes.
Like StreamYard, a few months back.
How hard it's been to sit on this for the past several weeks and not just be like, guys, guess what's happening?
Right, like StreamYard, changed, the way they did things, a few months ago, and everybody panicked and had to go through all these different, ways of doing and sharing and shit like that. And we're still going to be sharing the links on Facebook and everything, but it's going to send you.
Well, it's going to be a pretty easy link to remember: sme.net, and then you just click watch live when you're on the website.
Bam.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more easier does it need to be, people?
Exactly. Go to the goddamn website, click watch live. At the moment, there's a placeholder video that just simply says AIDS.
Right.
I'm looking at the champions list now.
Trailer friction-y.
But yeah, this opens up a whole new world. We can really push forward with it. So yeah. I think TJ's just realized what we've done. He's probably talking to the chat, and they're going, "All right, this happened." And here's the thing: I told people last week we had an announcement. I didn't specify how big it was.
I've been dropping hints here and there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think there's probably no more questions, and if there are, you can just go to the chat and ask us. But we can, I think we can cut this now because we've done half hour. This wasn't going to be a big long thing. It was just see the big honking trailer. And Scott, did you see the big honking trailer at the start?
It's just us letting everybody know.
Well, all right. Well, how about I play
Just
it
letting
on
everybody
my way
know
out?
that we're sliding on into the future.
All right. Well, that's us heading off. And
Actually, I have something we can play on our way out.
ooh. What is it you want to play?
And
Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement of
in a
Sme.
moment when my computer stops being silly.
Yes.
If your computer's being a silly goose. This is a very serious announcement. Ah, yes.
It's about SME.
I love
Everyone else catch that?
Go for it.
Fucking absolutely.
It's kind of strange.
Shady's
because,
reaction to that was worth every penny.
but do you know what the extra fun thing about that is? We're leaving EFED and becoming the whole fucking show. SME.
Because it's not about you. It's about us.
Indeed. So yes, thank you for joining us.
Starting in just a couple weeks. Get ready, folks.
Oh, certainly, yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it on that, and I think I'm going to play the trailer for our way out. So Scott can see it, and Shady can hopefully cry tears of joy. Ladies and gentlemen,
TJ can weep with joy.
She's walking. She's walking, man. Like she ain't crawling no more. She just took steps. And she's picking up speed and running.
Exactly. Everyone else can argue between themselves. SME, we're going to new markets. And on that bombshell, go away.